Welcome to season 2 of the Energy Upgrade podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa, master biohacker and successful entrepreneur. In season 1 of the Energy Upgrade, you got to have a taste for my obsession in all things health, energy, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and biohacking, or how to take radical responsibility in living a life by design. As a certified health coach, integrated health practitioner, kinesiologist, and seasoned entrepreneur who built and sold a 7-figure business, I want to dive deeper in this season 2. After healing myself from burnout, from my health falling apart, my hormones leaving my body, I'm here to share everything I wish someone had told me. Every day, I have the incredible opportunity to be mentoring women and supporting them in becoming true magnetic energy bombs. I'm helping them remember who they were all along. It's so powerful that I want to take you in on the journey, almost as if you were a fly on the wall. You'll find that I'm not your typical health coach, and I'm not your typical business coach either. I'm somewhere in between with a lot of spirituality sprinkled in there. This podcast is a sacred place where I come and share with you things that will bring you a high return on investment, because yes, I'm all about ROI. Life goes fast, and if I can show you a shortcut or two, I'll have succeeded at bringing you value. Thank you for being here. Let's go.
Your time is now. Your energy is your life force. You want to be able to magnetize your wildest dreams. A liver detox is the fastest way to start healing. You can and you will.
Welcome back to another episode of the Energy Upgrade. I am Vanessa Grutman, your host, and turns out I'm freshly back from a month in Costa Rica, and I decided to do this special bonus episode to come and talk to you about this new membership I just introduced, the Soul and Wealth Club. And I thought I would come here to share with you the story. How did this club come to life? How it is actually the evolution of my acclaimed Energy Upgrade program, and answer some of the main questions, but mostly tell you, why is it called the Soul and Wealth Club? Like, what the heck? What does this even mean? So needless to say, this month I had in Costa Rica was a deeply beautiful, reflective month, a month where I had the opportunity to really go inwards and do a lot of healing. Yes, even after more than 3 years being on this healing journey, I was shown yet again that there's always more. There's always more that needs to be revealed. There's always more that wants to, there's always more layers to unpeel. There's always more to see and witness. And for me this time, it was a lot of deep work in some of like my darkest places, things that I didn't even know were inside of me, old, childhood, generational stuff. Some things that I worked on weren't even mine, but they were in my cells. Yeah, like I don't know if you know this, but they say that we've been in our grandmother's womb, or me, when my daughter was in my womb, I was carrying her daughter at the same time. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but gosh, I strongly believe in it now. Sometimes we have feelings, sometimes we have memories even that will flash back and we're like, what is this? I don't even remember this. And turns out it's not even your own. Some triggers that we might have that we're like, why is this triggering me? I don't understand. And sometimes it's just, it's in our lineage, it's been in our story, but it's not necessarily ours. So anyway, that's the kind of healing I went and did in the jungle. So yes, it was transformative. It was actually, the better word would probably be, it was liberating, to really let go of what doesn't belong to me, of what, the meanings I had given to things over time, and really reconnecting with me, with my light, but most importantly, with my heart. And turns out when we reconnect with our heart, we automatically reconnect with our soul. And our soul has been following us from lifetime to lifetime. And it's just, it's just this deep inner knowing. It's that little voice that we hear. It's those gut feelings. It's our soul is basically here as a guide to tell us, what are we supposed to be doing in this lifetime? And it's this beautiful light that we get to have that tells us, that all we have to do is just be ourselves. It's really that simple. But I know it's too simple to believe, and it's too simple to want to listen to, right? But I was shown that, in fact, the more you acknowledge your story, the more you heal, the more you accept who you are, and the more you accept the hardships you've been through, the highs and the lows, the more you can actually appreciate how unique you are and how that makes you completely. It gives you full permission to just be yourself, because that's what differentiates you. For those of you women entrepreneurs listening, we're always trying to find what differentiates us in business. What makes us different? What makes us stand out? Well, it turns out it's you. Like, period. But we spend so much time, and even hiring like marketing agencies and trying to figure out like what's the unique angle, and like, how can I make my brand different, when in fact, all we got to do is give ourselves permission to just be ourselves and actually show that. And that's how we slowly realign ourselves with our soul. So, of course, soul, it had to be in there. And you'll notice, I've tweaked now. I'm saying soul biohacker. And to me, the word soul actually makes so much sense. And it kind of is tying everything I'm doing. I'm doing health coaching, I'm doing biohacking, I'm doing longevity work, I'm doing business optimization, I'm doing branding, I'm doing personal brand, I'm doing online presence. And all of that, I'm talking about abundance and money and wealth creation. But, the one common factor in my teachings, okay, so I'm not saying that this is what, another coach is going to say, but me, what I've realized is the word soul is the common denominator, which means the more you are connected with your heart, with your soul, the less you are trying to pretend, the less you're trying to do something for someone else, you're trying to showcase a version of you that is not the truth, the farther away you are from ease and flow and from the laws of attraction. And essentially, that's why I'm calling this brand new program, this new membership, the Soul and Wealth Club, because to me, wealth is health, health is wealth, but only when we're connected to our soul. And sometimes I say the Health and Wealth Club because that was originally, before I left for Costa Rica, the name was the Health and Wealth Club. And after I came back, I was like, no, because actually it's more than health. It's soul. When we reconnect with our heart, with what we're designed to be doing, with our gifts, with what we're meant to be doing in this lifetime, actually at a physical level, and believe this or not, but there is science around that, we actually create more flow in the body and we create more health. And when we are creating more health, when we are raising our frequency and our vibration, we are creating more wealth. Isn't that like, it blows my mind. I'm like, how are we not all talking about this? How are we not all obsessed about this? How are we not teaching our kids this stuff? Like, this is so foundational. But I have, like, my theory is that it's too simple. It's like those of us who have high achieving, very ambitious, very type A minds, we can't adhere to a story that is this simple, right? It's almost like we need a bit more drama. We need it to be complicated. And that is the history of most people when we think about your money story and wealth creation. We've seen that making money, earning money is hard, right? That's what the generation above us has been teaching us. It's gotta, and I used to believe it's got to bleed. I cannot receive money. I cannot be generating money if it's not hard and painful, if I'm not working 60 hours a week, and if I'm not, but that story, it just doesn't work, and those of you who are listening, if you've been on the burnout journey like I have, it doesn't work, physically, emotionally, and most importantly, on a soul level. It just doesn't work. So what I'm trying to do by introducing the Soul and Wealth Club is I'm trying to create this safe place, this container where you can drop in this energy once a month with me. And I will be teaching a 2-hour masterclass. In fact, I'm calling this a virtual retreat because I really want this to be an intentional gathering where we come together to put ourselves back into this high frequency energy. Because even myself, just like you, I get caught up. I get caught up in the drama of life. And sometimes I forget that all I have to do is be me, and that I am the light, and that I have my own gifts, and all I have to do is actually turn the volume up on those. Sometimes I do forget. And so I'm creating this really intentional space for all of us to come together and have this virtual time of retreat, of connection, where I can share some contemplations and some teachings and some of the stuff that have really truly moved the needle for me. And then I can do some live coaching. Now, I was also thinking, okay, but how can it be more than just another masterclass? Because I want you to take part into this. I don't want this membership to be another like online training where you listen to some information, it comes in one ear and comes out the other. I don't want this in this membership. So one thing that has worked so well for me and continues to do so are activations. And if you've been in some of my free events, or if you've been in my containers before, I love activations. And what are activations? They're essentially a visualization or a meditation, basically a guided audio where you actually get to close your eyes and go within and just follow. You don't have to do anything but to listen and to be guided. And usually the way I do my activations is in a very powerful way that will help you integrate the learnings, the contemplations that we will have during the retreats. And I know for a fact that if you come and spend 2 hours a month with me in the Soul and Wealth Club, and if you do the recorded activations that I'm going to provide you every month that are going to be on the same topic as the virtual retreat, if you do those at least once a week, okay, this is going to be my recommendation, minimum once a week, but maybe you do it a couple times a week, or maybe you do it every day if you love it. And if, that becomes your meditation every day, that's your time to go inwards. I know for a fact that if you do that, things are going to start shifting. Why? Because not only are we putting it in the brain, so we're intellectualizing it, and now with the activation, we're actually bringing it in the heart. We're getting you to feel something, not to make sense of it with your head, to actually feel something with your heart. And the more you feel with your heart, the more we get in touch with your soul. And that is what I want you to do. Why? Because this club, as we get together, women are designed, like genetically, we are designed to heal as in groups of women. Okay. This is how it's always been. And so if we put ourselves together and we decide intentionally to connect and to heal our body, mind, and soul and realign all of that, what that is going to do for all of us is that will create more wealth. Now, wealth is such a beautiful word. I love that word. And I love soul as well. Like I love those two words so much. And together, wow. Anyway, to me, it brings me a really strong feeling in my heart because it's a feeling of expansion. It's a feeling of growth. It's a feeling of evolution. It's a feeling of like, we're creating stuff here. Like we're building things. We're moving forward. We're creating momentum. We are in the action. We're actually bringing in the 3D. We're bringing actual abundance. Wealth creation to me, of course, starts with financial wealth. But it's the the wealth of your health. It's of your family, of your relationship, of your life in general, of your energy, right? I say in this program, I always say more energy, more heart, more wealth. It all comes together. More energy is what we do when we heal the body. More heart is when we realign our soul. And more wealth is what happens when we start realigning the mindset with the heart and the energy. That's really how it works. It's sort of like this sacred code that has been working wonders to me. And it's almost like I've been being a little bit shy to talk about this because I wanted to test it for myself. And now I know it's been well over a year that I've had this business, and I am able to generate in ease and flow, high 5-figure months, even on vacation. Even like I haven't dipped once since day one of starting my business below that. Like I've never had a month below 30,000 since I started applying these principles. And now I feel finally ready to come and share. I feel like I've already been doing all of that, but now I want to tie it all together. So the intention of the club is really to offer a safe space where we can tap into the energy of possibilities. We can really level up our mindset because success is such an inner game. And then from there, we can take action, because again, I don't want this to be just a place where you come in and you can be in the energy and you contemplate. I want you to take action from it. And so this is the vibe. This is the vibe of the club. And what's interesting is actually my program, the Energy Upgrade, which you've heard me talk about many times here on this podcast. The Energy Upgrade has always been my program for women wanting to really heal and reclaim their energy, for women that are tired of being tired, that we're just, wanting to feel like themselves again. Well, what I've done now is when you join the Soul and Wealth Club, which is basically what the Energy Upgrade is morphed into. So as of March, end of March, I'm actually closing the Energy Upgrade, but simply transitioning it to the Soul and Wealth Club, because to me, it just is a format that is really aligned with my clients. High achieving women, ambitious women, they're busy. And so sometimes having weekly meetings can be, it depends, right? If you're in the action, if we're really building your business, weekly is needed. But if you're needing to stay in the momentum, if you needed to stay accountable, the monthly works great. But what's really awesome is in the Energy Upgrade that has been running for well over a year, there's this is like there's so much wisdom in that program. And so what I've decided to do is, to anybody that joins the Soul and Wealth Club on an annual membership, receives the Energy Upgrade to support them through that entire year. The Energy Upgrade, that library, has like 45 plus masterclasses. And I'm talking like the kind of masterclasses that after even just listening to like a couple, you'll be like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? We're really talking about, healing your body, like detoxification, how to, how to feed yourself and nourish your body, how to regulate your nervous system, what kind of morning routine should you have, what kind of evening routine, how to crank up the quality of your sleep, how to make sure you're not tired when you wake up in the morning, how to lose the weight, how to get everything that shouldn't be in your body. We're talking parasites, heavy metals, mold, candida, how to get that out of there so you get more energy. Anyway, it's endless. We have recorded breathwork sessions. We have workshops with experts like psychotherapists to shed our limiting beliefs. There is so much in that library that I couldn't just let it go. In fact, I know I'm going to make it available for people that just want to get the Energy Upgrade, but now I'm throwing it as a bonus because I really believe in how complementary these two things are going to be. So once a month, we're going to have this really intentional 2-hour virtual retreat where we're really going to go deep, where I'm going to get to really address all your questions. And we're truly going to be having spectacular conversations. I know it. Then you're going to have the activation to integrate this at a cellular level. And then on top of that, for those of you who decide to jump in for the annual membership, you'll have the energy upgrade, which means if you want, you could tap in into, you could decide to listen to a masterclass every week when you go on your walk. When you're driving the kids to school, you could listen to another one. Like there is so much content in there. It will be the perfect way to support and level up your health and your energy at the same time. So as you can tell, I'm just a little bit excited about this. I feel really aligned with my soul, with my heart. I know that I'm ready to just create a space where we go deeper, even deeper than what I've done. And so expect teachings on, wealth and biohacking and longevity and health optimization, feminine and masculine energy, letting go of old stories, emotional shedding. We'll talk about fears for sure. We'll talk about power, the concept of being in your power. Does that mean? We're going to talk about becoming unapologetic, of course. We're going to talk about, the mask and how to stop the pretending, how to stop the people pleasing and the perfectionism, because all of it has something to do with your energy. All of it has something to do with you not building dis-ease in your body. All of it has something to do with you being in flow, with you being able to just feel at peace. And that's the ultimate feeling, isn't it? To be able to walk around with inner peace, knowing that you're contributing in this world in a way that's perfectly aligned, knowing that you're able to take strong, aligned actions to be in your leadership, all while being able to receive and flow and dance and feel your feelings and, just not walk life in drama, because we know that that is linked to disease formation. And even now there's data related to cancer and emotional and trauma and not being able to feel our feelings. So I believe that this work is important. And because of that, the pricing is incredible in my opinion. The membership is $222 a month. When you join on the annual membership, it's even less because the annual membership is $1,888. So $1,888, $1,888. That's for the entire year. That gets you the energy upgrade, which is worth $3,000 plus. So awesome value. You also get, by the way, if you join before March 22nd. So we start tomorrow, my friends. Okay. So tomorrow, March 22nd is our very first 2-hour retreat. The retreats are always going to be happening on Fridays because that tends to be an easier day for people. And of course, you'll get the recordings. You're going to have access to a portal where you're going to have all the activations and all the recordings. But this introductory price of $222 with the introductory bonus of being able to get the energy upgrade, I'm also adding the recordings of the mask if you join before March 22nd. So the mask was my latest event. If you missed it, it was so powerful. Oh my gosh. Transformational is the word people have given me. So I'm throwing that in as well. So you get to have, for those of you especially that are chomping at the bits, you'll have more content to be able to watch and tune back to. So yeah, if you want more information, you can DM me the word soul, or you can look in the show notes. The page is there with more information. If you are ready to jump in and join all the women who have already said yes, if you're ready to join this like sacred space, we're also going to have our private community. You can just jump in, like you'll see all the links and you can subscribe right away. You can pick the monthly membership. You can decide to commit to 3, 6 months, or you can go for the annual membership to get all the bonuses. And then right away, you'll get access to all the things and you'll be able to get started. And I really hope that this will be a way to heal even more women. That's really why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so I hope to see you there. If you have any questions, you message me. I hope you enjoyed this special episode. This was a last minute thing. I just felt flying back from Costa Rica that I needed to share why I was doing this and why it really feels aligned and why I feel like it's a really important piece of my work that I'm about to share with you. So I hope to see you there. This club is also going to be available month to month. So if you just want to drop in for a month, you can absolutely do that once you've done the first 3 months. So that's all I ask. I don't want you to make a final decision after only a month. I would love for you to do at least 3 months. And then after that, you can do month to month. You can drop in, go back, pause for the holidays, do whatever you need to do. I'm trying to make this as easy, as flexible as possible so that it can be peaceful and light and really, serving and soul filling. That's the goal. So I hope to see you there. DM me soul if you want more information or if you want to just chat about it. We start tomorrow. I hope to see you there. Talk to you soon. The information shared on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't provide any medical advice. Vanessa Grutman does not cure, diagnose, or treat disease. Please consult your physician before trying any new protocol or product.